Hi, I'm Darian, and I'm a senior on the SPU gymnastics team.
Darian, you were named the MPSF Gymnast of the Week, which is really difficult. All the other teams in the conference are Division I competitors. How do you feel about that honor?
I'm very excited. I did a pretty good performance last Saturday, so I guess it is earned and deserved, but yeah, I'm just really excited about it. I didn't know that until now.
Well, I would say pretty good is an understatement. Let's start with probably the biggest mark. On the vault, you scored a 9.90. That ties the school record. When you hit your landing, did you know you were going to score big on that?
I can't even tell you what happened during the vault. It felt pretty good. I felt a little weird on the table, but then when I landed, my feet didn't move. I threw my head back, and if you watch the video, you can see, like, after I salute the judge, I go, "Oh my God!" And everyone runs up to me. So as much as it was a shock to, I'm sure, my team, it was also very much a shock to me. But it was fun. It was awesome. It's something I've been working on in the gym a lot with Ellen, and so I finally did it.
You
and
sure
scored
did.
big.
So you've always been a good vaulter. The week before you got a 9.7. For your vault, what is the difference between scoring 9.7 and a school record 9.9?
Yeah. Definitely it's the landing. Usually I'm clean on the table, clean in the air with my body shapes and toes, but at the last home meet I had a pretty significant hop back, so I definitely got rid of that this time and got those extra tenths. You
won the vault in the meet. You also won the floor with a 9.875. Why was your floor routine so good?
Oh, I don't know. Air Force's floor is really good. We were all a little nervous about floor this weekend just because of the altitude change, and you're a little bit more tired easily, and so I think during warm-ups we were like, we're not going to let that affect us, you know. Did really well with using the floor to our advantage, making sure we're pushing through our toes, and I guess I just wooed the judges and smiled and danced and everything. So
great. Well, then you were no slacker on the beam. On the beam and bars, a 9.80 on those. All those added up to an all-around score that it was the second highest in school history, behind just barely behind Maria Hundley's. What did you feel about your total, and do you feel like you have more in you?
Wow, I was very excited because, I don't know, I just never think about getting a 9.9 on an event, so I figured that would boost my all-around a lot, and it did, and so I was very surprised when I found out what my all-around was. I was very surprised when I found out that it was the second highest, but it's exciting, and in terms of wanting to do better, I definitely think I can. I mean, a 9.8, both of those scores are great on both beam and bars, but I do think I have the potential to score higher on those as well. So maybe in the future we'll see higher.
Sounds good. We look forward to that. The good news is you scored well, so did your teammates. A season-high score, a great team result. How do you feel about the team's performance?
I mean, I don't have words. I am so proud of these girls. Like, this year we really have been finding our momentum, putting it out on the floor, staying together as a team, being the loudest in the gym no matter how many people are there and how many people aren't. And it's finally been paying off, and I'm really excited to see where we go this season. Well,
you mentioned that last on Saturday's meet was in Air Force in Colorado Springs. Your team returns back to the Midwest, this time to St. Charles, Missouri, for two meets, Friday and Sunday. First off, your thoughts on another road trip to the Midwest?
I don't like being on planes for a long time. Which is weird, I don't know why I went to school so far away. But I'm excited to go to this meet, particularly because my family's coming. It's not super far from Michigan or Georgia, so a lot of my family will be here. Excited to compete twice, I guess. It's rare when we do that, but also like kind of fun. You have a day of rest in between. So excited to see what happens there.
That is rare. What will you do just to get your mental focus and physically prepare? After Friday, you only have one day between to go again.
Yeah. I think rest would probably be really good, making sure we get enough sleep Friday night after the meet. And I think we're competing during the day, too, on Friday, so that's helpful that it won't be a nighttime meet. And then I know when we did this my freshman year at the same 2 meet weekends, it was my first time as a freshman. It was very weird. But we ended up doing like a trip to the Missouri Zoo and just kind of walked around. Very low impact, very low activity.
Right.
And so maybe we'll do something like that. But I'm not worried. I think we work hard and we're strong, and so I don't think it's really going to affect us in any negative way.
Great, perfect. And you are correct. That is, both meets are at noon Pacific time.
Awesome.
Let's just quickly talk about yourself. Tell us where you're from.
I am from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
And you mentioned you don't like flying, so
Yes.
Why did you choose to come to Seattle Pacific?
Oh my goodness. I hadn't heard about it. I've said this before. Carly, our assistant at the time, had reached out to me, and when I came on a visit here, I loved Seattle because it was a big city, and I also liked a lot Starbucks and the way it looks in the fall, and how vibrant the trees and the foliage and flowers are in the springtime too. So I think location, not so much the weather, although it tricked me because it didn't rain on my visit. But just how green and vibrant everything is, I think sold me.
Is there any way, back when you were a senior in high school in Georgia, that you had a notion that you could win 2 national championships in gymnastics and be all over the Seattle Pacific record book?
I really don't think so. I don't think you could have paid me to believe some of the stuff that I've done. But it's been really great to see my potential and to see how far I can go. And honestly, this year I understand that I've had a really good career, and hopefully more things can come from that too. But I really am satisfied with my time here at SPU, and this year I'm definitely just trying to take in the moment and savor these last times doing gymnastics and with my teammates and traveling, and so just trying to have fun.
Great. Well, the most visible time of your time here at Seattle Pacific is in the gym, and the crowd see you perform.
Right.
You spend a ton of hours in classrooms and studying as well. Tell us what you're majoring in.
So I have 2 majors, urban studies, and then social justice and cultural studies is my second major.
And what do you see yourself doing in the future with those?
Okay. I love this question. So I hope to, in a few years, go to graduate school and get a degree, a master's in public policy. My passion is in education policy, but in my capstone class, this quarter, we've started talking about housing policy, and then it's kind of brought me back to my love for housing policy, which was the reason I decided to major in urban studies in general, because I do have passions about affordable housing, fair housing, equity, but that also does mesh very well and overlap with education, and so I'm hoping in the future to do something with housing and education policy locally in Georgia. That's where I want to go back.
Darian, thanks for your time. We are looking forward to seeing what you can do the rest of the season in the gym. We're even more eager to see what you're going to do in housing and education policy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.